Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the most famous YouTuber in the world that no one has ever heard of. Okay, welcome back everybody. Took a little break. We've been waiting for some parts. We got, this is the topic of conversation for the day. We are still working on the 1925 Model T. We are still on ignition. As you can see, I have not started that up yet. See, the cap's off. And there's a reason. There's the reason. And while I have your attention, if you are subscribed to the channel, please go back on and make sure you are subscribed. YouTube is playing games like crazy. I don't get it. It's like they're trying to set me up to fail. As you can see here, they have deleted 1,161 views. I don't know what I would have gotten that day, but I guarantee we did not have negative views, which is a physical impossibility. So I don't know what the game is. I don't like it, but let's get back to this. We did the Texas T-Parts distributor. We took apart the Performance T-Parts distributor in the previous videos, polished that up. We're going to rebuild it. What I wanted to find out why this is still apart, there's the shaft that went at the bottom. So basically this advanced setup goes in, this shaft goes on, this gear goes on the other end, and it all goes down in here to mate onto the camshaft, which would be in this direction here. You know, you get that little, yeah. Anyway, so my thought was to reproduce this casting, and I still might. I'm not sure yet. Now, my thought here, and the reason, one of the reasons, well, you'll see what I bought in a minute, but one of the reasons I have this is I wanted to reproduce these because they use the same 009 head, and it's a much better system. This gear gets oiled, which is why that one failed. It didn't get greased for, we don't know, 40,000 miles maybe. So I thought I could take this and copy this part, that on there, and I thought maybe it would be the same, but I left it apart to find out if it was or not, and it is not. This is definitely too long, so I also wanted to compare the gears, and it appears to me that the gears are the same, and the reason I know that is because I found and I bought two of these. You're looking right here under my hand. We put out $1,000 for these two pieces with the intention of replicating them. See, it looks to me like the gear's the same. If I can get this in here without my hand being in the way, which there. So it appears the gear is the same. So that's good because this shaft, the gear set, is still available. Now I talked to T-part supplier. Won't name it, let's just say out west, about as far as you can go, and I was hoping I could find a set of gears for this one and the shaft, which I did. Now in talking to him, he bought the molds for this piece, this casting. The last time, well, there was a gentleman in Massachusetts that was making these up, and he made the molds, and I guess his son worked at a foundry, and his son cast this, and then he had a sweet little setup in his basement. The last time I was at his house was probably 20 years ago, so I don't expect he's still around, because he was a kindly old man, kindly old couple. They were sweet people. So this was cast probably by him or by the guy that bought the molds. Now, in talking to him, he says that he is in process of making more of these, so I don't know if I should go through with replicating them or just wait, because this was all brought into motion by the absence of these in the inventories of the parts houses. So I don't know. Put in the comments, should I cast this up, make some molds, and start making these myself, or should we just wait for the new gentleman to do it for us and restock the shelves? He called it beer money. Well, I'll tell you, there's $1,000 right here. That ain't beer money. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure if I should start making them or not. My thought is to scan this, computer scan, and I've tried it once and I failed miserably with the cell phone app. But to scan this and then maybe 3D print them out or do carbon fiber or something, because the new ones are going to be made in aluminum, and I was told that there is no estimated date for them to be finished. It was a case of they just do it whenever they feel like it, and nobody will tell anybody when to expect the final product. Now, the guy had the gears, he had the shaft, so I ordered them. They're not here yet. So I don't know. There's a couple of differences here. There's a bolt on this one. This is an original one. This is a screwdriver, slotted screw with a check nut, and basically what that does is it keeps the camshaft from creeping forward and keeps the gears in mesh. Now let's take a look at this one, if I can get it propped up nice so you can see it. This one came with, this is from 2014, so I'm not sure if well, the gentleman I bought it from, hi Les, said that the newspaper I found in the box that said 2014 may or may not have been old or new at the time. So this could have been, God, I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, Massachusetts guy. It could have been his handiwork that we're looking at. It comes with 2 rods, a long one and a short one, as you can see. One rod goes here to this toggle. So talk to the customer. He does not want to use the Spark Advanced lever. I don't blame him. He's been driving it for 15 years the way it was, completely automatic, and he doesn't want it. And frankly, he should get what he wants, because customer's always right. Here's the other side of the gear. This is what goes on the camshaft. So this nut goes on, and instead of the cam nut that's on there, this one's got the 2 little tabs in it. And then this gear is different than the other gear solely with this. Well, no, because it's got a wrench flat on the back side too. Let's get that one out. Okay, so this gear is the same roughly. This one for the performance T-part is a little bit different. So instead of using this lock nut type thing and then another nut on the outside, the factory Ford nut on the outside, this one has the flats and you put the wrench on it, just like the Texas T-parts one, and you tighten it on until the engine starts to turn, blah blah blah. This one, you replace the nut that we put on the cam gear, you slide that on, and then you put a regular Ford nut on the end, and then that would go this way into here. And then there's the other side of the bolt on this one, and the camshaft just rides on that in there. It just touches, just keeps it from from throwing forward, which it won't anyway because of the bearings. So a little bit of redundancy. Now for instructions. This comes with the original Bosch front plate instructions. Tells you where to hook up the wires. There's a little picture of the old Bosch distributor. It's not the Volkswagen one. It's a little older one. Tells you what kind of ignition coil to use. Here's the setup. See there's a washer that goes in there, then a nut. I didn't get the washer. And then the gear, and then the nut. So maybe I don't need the washer because of the nylon. I'm not sure. But there's another picture of the setup originally, back in the teens. When this was invented the first time, there's the fathead distributor. And all the parts numbers and all that. So that's kind of cool. Now, in terms of this is identical to this with the setup, but I am gonna do my little spring trick. If you didn't see my spring trick, look at the last video. I think the thumbnail says Spilling Secrets or something like that. If I haven't changed it again by the time you get to this video. Now this one came. There's 40,000 miles on that. It's crazy. Hardly any damage at all. But this one came with a black rotor and a black cap. This one says EMPI on it, EMPI, which is what I have on order for the other one. And this one, like the Texas T-Parts one, surprise! So we're going to take this all apart before it gets used and make it automatic. But I do have, this shaft, and as you can tell, where to go? There's quite a bit of difference there. So we've got the new shaft coming, we've got the gears coming. I don't see any particular reason to rip this one apart yet. Because we can't put this one together yet. And I can just use this as a model while it's sitting here for scans instead of copying the copy. When we're done with this, this will be eliminated. This arm on the back will be eliminated. And what we'll do is we'll set our timing and then lock this down so it can't turn. That's it. We'll check not to keep it in place. So that's the Bosch front plate setup. If you think I should go ahead and continue on reproducing this one, because I'm fairly certain that no one is reproducing this one. They're all doing the Texas T-Parts. And instead of spinning clockwise, it spins counterclockwise, which just makes all this stuff not work. So if you think I should do this, let me know. This needed to be rebuilt anyway, and I've probably got, between the cleaning and the taking apart and the filming, I bet you I've got 10 hours invested in this one. You can see where I had it, where I was adjusting it until I got it right, and where it sat for 15 years. So that sits up just a little bit with room for that. On this one, it's got room for that clamp in there. So I might have to put a washer in there if I want to eliminate this, because there's no point in, if I make it fully automatic, it's going to be fully automatic, and there's no point in, if you move it, you're just running the risk of breaking your arm. Now if you like stock T stuff, that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way it was. I'm just saying that's not how my customer on this car wants this to come out. So we got this. This went in the tank. It's got surface rust from it went through the hot tank a couple of times, and this thing was gross when I first got it. I'll see if I can put a picture in, but it was bad. It was bad. It came out looking brand new. Next video is going to be removing the Texas T-Parts distributor that we just put in and never used. We're going to be pulling that back out. We're going to be wrapping it up carefully so we don't get grease all over everything. And we are going to be putting that up for sale. So if you want that, if you can't find one on the shelf, it's still brand new. It's just been bolted on. I'm just going to unbolt it. So let me know. I think we're into that for $400. I'll have to double check. I'll put it, if you're interested, it's in the $400 range. I'll have to look to see exactly what he paid for it, because he bought that and provided it, and we didn't know. We didn't know it was empty. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, if you didn't see the other videos, you should go back. But if you look down under that plate, there is nothing. Absolutely nothing in there. There's no advance, there's no springs, there's no plates, there's no weights. It's just a empty tube, which is great if that's what you want. Oh, got to start it and then get it going. You got it. It's 100% manual, and it's fine for other people's cars. If you want to be you want to be able to use your Model T levers and look cool or whatever, that's fine, but it's not what this customer wants. So let me know, and we'll be tearing this off in the next video. So see you then. Thanks for watching.